Hi, Glenn Phillips here with Lake Homes Realty and LakeHomes.com. If you own a lake home and you're thinking of selling, I want to talk to you today that speculative selling will cost you money. What do I mean by speculative selling? Well, in most primary residential homes, most people are motivated sellers because they have to sell a property. Oh, we need to move to another town, we have to sell to buy. Oh, family members gotten older and they can't do stairs, we need to get a home, we need to sell this one and buy one. They've got some motivating factor that they need a transaction. They want the best price they got, but they kind of have a time frame. And so this drives them to be motivated. Speculative sellers though, and this can often happen in discretionary properties like lake property, they don't necessarily have to sell. They don't have a sense of urgency. And so they may actually speculate by putting I've heard this all the time, well, I'd sell if I could get this price. And it may be a price that's really way above market. That's a speculative seller. So there's some risk in speculative selling, and if you're thinking of selling, you need to know about these risks to avoid costing you money. One of them is that speculative selling means it tends to be priced above market, and that increases your time on market, meaning how long it sits unsold. Today's buyers use resources like LakeHomes.com and a host of other websites and are very informed. They know if a property is priced above the market value, and they're not really inclined right now to pay the extra premium. So there's not a lot of interest in these properties. They'll sit. Many times the speculative seller is thinking, oh, that one person who's going to love this home and they'll pay the premium if I can just find them. But again, we're speculating. There also tends to be this lack of urgency. You know, maybe you're trying to sell the home and, you got family in town and they say, hey, we have a buyer in town who wants to see it. Not a good weekend to show the home, sorry. So this becomes a very unique characteristics of a speculative selling environment. So if you're thinking of selling your lake home and you're deciding how motivated you're going to be or speculative, let me tell you some consequences of speculative selling approach. And you know, I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. You may get your number, but it's very unlikely. And here's some consequences. If you've priced it above market because you're wanting that speculative price, it's going to increase your time on market, and that creates buyer doubt. So somebody sees it, oh, it's overpriced, now it's set for 2 months, now it's for 3 months, now it's for 4 months. People that are watching, they see this. They're more informed than any time in human history, and they'll start to go, well, I wonder what besides price, why hasn't it sold? No one's come along. Maybe you get a little more serious and you start to cut the price a little, and then a little, and then a little, maybe over time even. The buyers know this, they watch. And so as a speculative seller, if you've cut the price several times, you're not, the offer that comes in is going to be below your list price almost every time. Why? The buyers have been trained by you that you will cut your price. You've done it 2 or 3 or 4 times. And it may not even be a whole bunch of money. And many times the speculative seller will act offended like, well, I don't know why they're lowballing me. I've already cut the price on this 3 times. But the buyer's perspective is, well, you still haven't even gotten it market right. The fact you've cut it is irrelevant to me. You're still not or around market price. So I'm going to come in at a more market reasonable price, and I may not even make that offer till you've gotten close. I've actually bought a house like that, the house I'm in now. It was way overpriced. They cut it a few times. Then I came in with market analysis and said, here's what the house is really worth if you're interested. And they were a speculative seller that got real. It took them months. The other thing is that the eventual sale price will often be less than market. Sometimes this is just fatigue of the seller. I've waited and waited and waited. I'm just tired of this. I'm ready. Or you may actually get a good market price, but if your home has been on the market for months, and particularly if you're not in it full time and using it, you've had a lot of carrying costs. You've had insurance. You may have had HOA dues. You may have had other registration, utilities, maintenance. These costs have accumulated over time and are coming out of your net proceeds. So it's sitting on the market isn't a free ride. There's a price to pay. So if you're thinking of selling your lake home, think about whether you're going to use a motivated approach or a speculative. They're 2 different things, and they're not what you would often see in most primary residential real estate. A lake real estate expert agent like we have on LakeHomes.com that are licensed with us can guide you through the process and help you understand which is which and what your goals are about how you're trying to get the maximum return over what period of time. Be sure and visit us at LakeHomes.com where you can see thousands of properties for sale to understand what the market is, to find an agent in your market who can help you, and as well as other helpful videos and tips like these. Thank you and have a great day. For more information, be sure to check out LakeHomes.com.